There are moments in life when the smallest things, like watching a loved one struggle to rise from a chair or wince when taking a step, settle heavily on the heart. And if you've ever watched a parent or grandparent pause before moving, gathering courage just to stand, you know that quiet ache that whispers, "I wish I could help them feel light again." And it's from that place of tenderness that I want to share a simple story about my grandmother, who once moved slowly, carefully, almost fearfully, until a gentle daily habit offered her just enough comfort to begin reclaiming the ease she thought she had lost forever. And what touched me most was not that it worked overnight or that it felt like a miracle, but that it reminded all of us, that the body still listens, still responds, still heals in small, steady ways when given something kind. You see, as we age, our joints lose lubrication, inflammation settles in like an uninvited guest, and the tiny fibers that support our mobility begin to stiffen, not because we did something wrong, but because the natural processes that once repaired us effortlessly now slow down. And science gently explains that oxidative stress and chronic inflammation gradually weaken cartilage and muscle resilience, creating the heavy, dragging sensation many seniors describe. That feeling of "my legs just don't wake up today." Yet the body, even in later years, has remarkable pockets of potential waiting for the right nourishment. And that's where my grandmother's simple remedy came into her life. A single daily spoon of extra virgin olive oil mixed with a pinch of turmeric and a warm sip of water, taken every morning before breakfast, a small ritual she called her golden spoon. And though it sounded too humble to matter, she liked that it felt warm, easy, and gentle. So she kept returning to it day after day. Olive oil, rich in oleocanthal and healthy fats, quietly supports joint comfort by soothing inflammation, while turmeric's curcumin compounds help soften stiffness and encourage mobility, and together they act like a soft internal massage for aging joints, not dramatic, not instant, but steady and reassuring, the way a thoughtful friend might lay a comforting hand on your shoulder, saying, "Let's take this one day at a time." To use it the way she did, all she did was take 1 teaspoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil, add just a small pinch, truly just a pinch, of turmeric, mix it well, and swallow it slowly with a few sips of warm water, allowing the warmth to ease the edges of the morning stiffness. And she found that taking it before breakfast helped her digestion stay calm and allowed the nutrients to absorb more easily. Though some days she took it after a light stretch when she felt a little more awake, because the beauty of gentle remedies is that they adapt to you, not the other way around. After a few weeks, she noticed subtle shifts. Nothing loud, nothing flashy, just a softer feeling in her knees when she stood up, a little more grace in her steps when she walked to the garden. And she often said that the improvement felt like a fog slowly lifting rather than a sudden burst of sunshine. And that's how these natural habits usually work. Through quiet consistency instead of force, through nourishment instead of pressure, and slowly, her legs began to feel less like heavy anchors and more like trusted companions again. And even the way she breathed changed, deeper, calmer, as if movement itself was becoming easier to trust. She described feeling warmth in her joints in the mornings, a sense of looseness in her hips after a week or two. And after a month, she realized she was standing from her favorite armchair without bracing herself quite so much. And the day she walked across the living room without reaching for support was the day she smiled at me with a kind of youthful spark I hadn't seen in years. Not because she suddenly felt 20 again, but because she felt capable again, and that feeling, capability, can change everything. And as the weeks turned into months, she paired her golden spoon with slow stretching, gentle breathing, and a promise to herself to move just a little each day, reminding me often that the body loves repetition, loves kindness, loves small habits that say, "I'm still taking care of you." And I share this now, because many people think mobility declines only downward, but sometimes it simply waits for encouragement, for one nourishing habit repeated with patience, for one moment of choosing to believe that healing is still possible. And maybe you or someone you love needs that reminder too, the reminder that it's never too late to feel a little lighter, never too late to reclaim small freedoms, never too late to try one simple thing that might bring a new softness into each step. So if you're listening and feeling that quiet longing for comfort, know that you are not alone. Know that your body still wants to support you, still wants to move with you, still responds to warmth, nourishment, gentle oils, golden spices, and daily hope. And as you take your own steps, slowly, tenderly, I hope you feel encouraged to try this small ritual or another that speaks to you, knowing that healing rarely roars, but often whispers, often begins with a single choice repeated on a quiet morning. And may you feel, with each passing day, a growing sense of gratitude for every muscle that wakes up, every joint that loosens, every moment your body says, "Thank you for not giving up on me." Because in the end, the heart of the story is not the spoon or the oil or even the turmeric, but the belief that your body, at any age, still carries the capacity to shift, to soften, and to surprise you in the most gentle, hopeful ways.